The Tinapa Free Trade Zone and Resort, Calabar, is a business and leisure resort sitting on a 265 hectares of land and conceptualized to be an integrated business resort, built and inaugurated in April 2007 at a cost estimated at over 60 billion naira by the then Donald Duke's administration, which ran from 1999 to 2007 in Cross River State. The project became moribund due to neglect by successive governments. The then governor, who piloted the affairs of Cross River State from 1999 to 2007, initiated Tinapa as a way to boost business and tourism in the state. Over $350 million was spent on initial development. It was projected at inception to receive 3 million visitors annually to carry out business activities in the resort, with each visitor spending about 100,000 naira. It was estimated that it would generate some 300 billion naira annually for the state and the country. Built as a mixed-use business and leisure complex, Tinapa was perhaps amongst Cross River State's exclusive tourist sites. The project began as a 4-phase development promoted by the state government under a public-private partnership deal, lying along the Calabar River contiguous with the Calabar Free Trade Zone. It was the realization of an exciting dream, the first integrated business and leisure resort in Nigeria. Tinapa has world-class facilities that enables visitors to engage in retail and wholesale activities while picking up some leisure and entertainment. For consumers, the business resort sits on 80,000 square meters of lettable space for retail and wholesale, made up of emporiums of 10,000 square meters, 100 retail outlets, 53 line shops ranging from 150 square meters upwards, warehouses, and a whole lot. There are an open exhibition area for trade exhibitions and other events, a movie production studio commonly referred to as Studio Tinapa or Nollywood. Till date, Studio Tinapa, which got up about 4.3 billion naira, is Nigeria's most modern film production studio with all the audio-visual effects. It was expected to boost Nigeria's thriving movie industry. Today, Nollywood produces 50 movies per week, second only to India's Bollywood. More than Hollywood in the United States of America, generating an impressive $590 million annually. As of 2014, Nollywood was worth about $5.1 billion. There is an entertainment strip that comprises a casino, an 8-screen cinema, a children's arcade, restaurant and a mini amphitheater, a nightclub and pubs. An artificial tidal lake that feeds from the Great Calabar River provides a delightful evening decor for a guest who looks down from the amber Tinapa. A 243-room 3-star hotel, including 59 executive suites, that was operated by the African Sun Limited. The water park, leisure land, and scintillating slides and swimming pools got most children and adults alike trooping to them daily to catch water fun. Visitors would not bother where to tuck in their vehicles, as parking space could allow at least 4,000 cars. There was also a truck terminal for goods suppliers and bulk buyers. Power was made up for an independent power plant that supplied electricity 24/7 at the expensive resort. By far, Tinapa's alluring facilities attracted national, regional and international brands to it. By 2009, global brands like T-Mart, an associate of US retail conglomerates Walmart, Woolworths, ShopRite amongst others, occupied large spaces in the emporiums. Between 2009 and 2012, 2 of the 4 emporiums were fully occupied with wholesale and retail businesses, while 42 of the 53 line shops were commercially put into use. The nation's deposit money banks, smarting then from 2006 to 2007 Central Bank of Nigeria's powered banking revolution, took up office spaces at the resort in anticipation for the coming business boom. They were First Bank, UBA, EcoBank, Diamond Bank, now Access, amongst others. Then the mobile telecommunication companies, MTN, Globalcom and Etisalat, now Nine Mobile, took up shops at the Tinapa Trade Wing. Visitor traffic to the Tinapa surged and boomed from 2009 through 2011 to 2012. So was the glory of Tinapa at takeoff up until 2012. Pulling in thousands of visitors from around the country, including those from West Africa sub-region and elsewhere. The clean green ambience of Calabar metropolis and its extremely low crime rates then usually got first-time visitors willing for an anchor. But all these entrailing niceties gradually went awry about 2012 to 2013. Many clients began closing up and relocating. Their reasons: unfavorable government policies, increasing operating costs, which included exorbitant rent, unwholesome activities of the regulators, the Free Trade Zones authorities, and clash between the Free Trade Zone Authority and Tinapa operators, today, majority of the once bustling business and leisure complex offering amongst the best of tourism entertainment has now become a shadow of itself. Sadly, the Nigerian Customs Authority further added insult to injury already inflicted by the Free Trade Zone Authority. For instance, by September 2013, the Nigerian Customs authorities sealed off the complex on the unilateral decision that its free trade zone status was not properly constituted. As a result, customers who bought items in Tinapa Free Trade Zone were made to pay duties upon leaving the resort, more so if such goods exceeded 30,000 naira. This development made it inconvenient for buyers. Soon, many of them stopped coming. Clients began experiencing and recording unsold stocks. Investors started pulling out due to the drastic drop in influx of buyers. Many people said they saw goods from Tinapa more expensive than what they got outside. But a provision on the incentives and concession agreement on Tinapa website said persons who purchase goods up to 50,000 or its equivalent within the Tinapa Free Trade Zone and Resort, in respect of which valid receipts from the approved enterprises operating within the zone have been issued, shall be entitled to import such goods into the Nigerian Customs territory duty-free, and all customs and other licensing requirements that apply to goods imported into Nigerian Customs territory from other countries shall not apply to such goods. Another trade inhibition in the Tinapa Free Trade Zone and Resort was transportation impediment. The two federal highways out of Tinapa, Calabar Itu Ikotekbene Aba and Calabar Ikom Ogoja Kasinala, had often been in bad shape all through the years. The Calabar Port Channel and 87 kilometers inlet from the Fairway Buoy suffered from lack of dredging by federal government agencies and the Nigerian Port Authority. All this made it difficult for Tinapa and Calabar Free Trade Zone enterprises to import and export goods. Worse still, the immediate past administration of Cross River State, with an unenviable penchant for tourism destruction, left the business resort unattended to. Cross River State economy, once healthy with oil and gas businesses from the oil-rich Bakassi Peninsula and 76 oil wells lost to Akwa Ibom State, had since 2009 shifted to a service-driven one, with tourism as its greatest offerings, and Tinapa stood a greater chance. At inception, it was thought capable of generating 30% to 40% of the state's internally generated revenue. The loss of 76 oil wells to Akwa Ibom and reserves in the Bakassi Peninsula had truly depleted the state's monthly federal allocation. There is therefore no doubt that the continuous use of tourist sites to replace oil requires creative thinking on how to diversify an economy and whip up alternative streams of income. According to sources, effort to get the Tinapa up again after a glorious start is underway, but we are here to get information as to how the government plans to achieve this. Personally, I believe the Tinapa dream would have been one of the best things that ever happened to Cross River State if it had worked out well, seeing that the lost 76 oil wells to Akwa Ibom State and Bakassi Peninsula was ceded, thereby making the state a non-oil producing state. If the successive government of Cross River State had keyed into the Obudukato Ranch Resort and the Tinapa project, it would have gone a long way to boost the internally generated revenue and also stabilize the economy of the state. Sadly, these are the remains of the Tinapa Free Trade Zone. Over $400 million burnt with nothing to show. Guys, do also drop your honest comment and tell us what you think about this project. Give us suggestions on how the government can actually revive it. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.